I'm unmuting.
So stressful. Casting and producing.
Ten seconds
They
remaining.
need walkie-talkies for this.
Unmuting.
5 seconds remaining. Reserve.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to more Nanyang Championships action. I'm LDM, joined here by Winter. Winter, we've got BP taking on Mineski. Match here, Group A earlier today. Mineski, bit of a shocker. They took a game off of CDEC. Surprising.
If you look down on them, I think you pay the price.
Yeah.
You can't actually just go into the match against Mineski and feel like, oh, because they are, they don't have as much experience as the other teams in terms of international appearance, but they're still a very solid team, like based on their recent results. So I don't think a team should underestimate them. Maybe in the first series, CDEC felt like they underestimated Mineski a little and they paid the price in the first game. Even the second game, they were really shaky. So we'll see how VP deals with the Mineski aggression. Surprising to see Brute Mother not being picked up in the first phase because they have the Darkseer combination with Spirit Breaker. So
That's definitely true. But do want to mention, guys, I see a lot of you are saying, where's Secret versus DC? Guys, that is on the other stream, twitch.tv/on the summit. Not sure if the game began, but it will be relatively soon, I imagine. So you're on the wrong channel if you're looking for that one. But anyway, back to the draft. So they get the Darkseer Spirit Breaker duo. Of course, we know how strong this is, Winter. The double Ion Shell charge, very tanky heroes, very tough to gag them. Even if you do, it's not really that big of a deal.
Yep.
And they can punish any squishy stand in their way.
punish any squishes. But they did their homework though. I think Night Stalker was one of the heroes that Mineski were really successful with during the major qualifiers, so they chose to ban it out in the first phase. And even if you talk about Darkseer plus Spirit Breaker, but my favorite would be Darkseer plus Ember all the time. But VP doesn't play Ember, so they don't really have that combination available for them. Darkseer plus Spirit Breaker, even though it's strong, but I still prefer Ember more. But in the early laning phase, obviously Darkseer and SV can actually pressure the opponent's safe lane very much, a whole lot. So you have to be very careful. So I kind of expect maybe the Queen to be their safe laner to try to, release some of those pressure from the Darkseer plus Spirit Breaker lane.
The Ember ban, obviously a smart one. Interestingly, VP are going to ban out Drow. Now, this is something that Mineski run, unlike most.
Reserved.
Did their homework.
Last Drow game I saw, not very effective, but it's, kind of cheesy hero, something you want to be careful about giving away.
It's also the fact that I think you should always ban against your opponent instead of having a standard ban every game. So I think VP, just judging based on their 4 bans, they are banning up heroes that Mineski are comfortable with, which I think is a very important thing to note, that they're actually just doing a lot of their homework and research before they go into this match, and they are choosing the heroes that Mineski are really comfortable with to ban instead of just banning the typical strong heroes.
So, yet to really show the overall strategy. The big Darkseer partners, your Wyvern and Ember, are banned. The Radiant. Shadow Fiend's the other one that comes to mind.
Yep, Radiant, Shadow Fiend, I guess. And
I guess there's TA, but we generally see teams prefer the Shadow Fiend and Radiant.
Yeah, I think Radiant, Shadow Fiend would be nice for their lineup.
It's Yoku.
Yeah. TA plus Darkseer is also fine though. It's not like it's worse than the SF, but it's just that in team fights I feel that the SF plus the Vacuum is actually much more scary compared to the TA plus Darkseer. For VP? I don't think I saw them play Spectre in the past, recently. It's a hero that's very weak in the lane, but it has very good synergy obviously with the Iron Shell. But the thing is, like, if you want to pressure, if you plan to dual lane pressure from the start, Darkseer plus Spirit Breaker, and then you want to pick a Spectre, sometimes you might get very, very hard pressed in the lane. Because when you have Spectre, you mostly want to have 2 babysitters in the lane to make sure your Spectre gets farmed.
Maybe something they'll consider, and also there's a Brood Mother out there, so. Not a hero that I've seen Mineski run.
Mineski.
But,
yeah,
we said that about one team, and then they picked it anyway. I think it was like a week or 2 ago.
It was monkey business, I think.
They actually did well, but didn't stop them from picking it.
Yeah, I think Mineski might not pick it for Ryo, but who knows, they might still to change it in the last minute because it's really good versus Spectre, for example. So you can't really say for sure 100% that, oh, there's not going to be a Brute, even though the team doesn't play Brute at all.
Yeah, it's just such a game-changing hero that some teams, feel like they can't afford to.
Yeah, it's like the Huskar that they play, so...
Yeah, I mean, that's maybe even VP are trying to dissuade that Huskar pick, and this is their way of doing it. That's the other possibility, because Mineski did well with it earlier with Cuckoo.
Yep.
And certainly, Mr. Raging Potato, Mr. Bimbo, can play the
So-
campaign if it falls.
They indeed go back for the bounty. Like, this is just a replacement for NS, because it's their staple way of playing. They have Jules on either Dazzle or Wyvern, defensive support, and they have Jesse Rush on a Roamer, either Bounty Hunter or Night Stalker. So it's still their typical setup, and Queen of Pain could be safe lane, could be middle lane. But for this game, I think there's a very good chance it might be safe lane. As I mentioned, they want to use a carry that can elevate some of the pressure that the Darkseer and Spiritbreaker could do to your safe lane. So Queen of Pain could be a good option for that.
Same time, they pick in the Bounty Hunter versus Spiritbreaker, and EG showed us that Spiritbreaker can
It's
really ruin today.
yeah, but it's more of them securing what they want to play instead of
But might not be the easiest game.
yeah, it might not be the easiest game. I agree. It could be difficult for the BHS game, but I can see why Mineski is picking the Bounty Hunter. It's just the way they execute their style. So VP is just going to go back for the TA, like you suggested.
You see the Bounty Hunter, it's like the less likely to die of the Bounty
Yeah.
the TA in the
Yeah, SF is much more vulnerable. You might actually have a tough time as SF if you get a bad start against Queen and plus the Bounty roaming. So I can see the TA being a much more reliable mid hero this game, since you have supports that probably not going to be able to help you that much with the AA. SB might be pressuring the safe lane more, so TA is much more independent as a mid hero compared to SF.
Mineski. Still not much in the way of team fight or control here when they
Yep.
haven't picked up their initiator. They're up against a very powerful combo already.
They
What's the
usually
game plan.
they usually have Tusk as their initiator. Clockwork doesn't feel.
Tusk is banned. They go
so-
for PL.
Oh, PL. This PL might.
versus TA.
This PL might be mid PL. I know they like to actually do mid PL when they're BH, because when these two heroes go for a kill at level 1 or level 2 there's a very high chance of getting a kill. Because PL is actually very strong in the lane for the first few laps, because the slow is so powerful and you have a
He's got a very high monopool.
yeah, very high,
Spam it.
very long cast range as well. So yeah, it's very good synergy with BH. Obviously Queen does the same thing, but then PL would be up against Darkseer, so that's not too ideal for the PL in the lane. And because you are roaming the BH, so you technically have only one lane support. So you might want to have the Queen of Pain on safe lane and PL on the mid. So VP,
Very standard 6.85 drafts. Just get another strong initiator. This will be their safe lane farmer.
another Iron Shell user. Why not?
Yeah, and that vacuum into Crush is just game changing if you get it off. So, looks like VP, definitely the team fight lineup here. If it comes to these large scale engagements and it's an even game early, I'm going to struggle. Mineski, they'll double down on pickoff. So, pickoff, split push, maybe a little bit of Rat Dota. The Ryo Bat Rider will be the choice.
A little bit of Red Dota, you say. It might be a lot of Red Dota, because if
It's so
you
hard to fight.
if you look at direct engagements, how are they actually going to fight early game against SB, Slada, all these face rush heroes with NTA as well, and they have all Iron Shells on them? It's going to be tough unless you win your lane so much that you can actually do it. So
Now that we have the A team back on the stream, we got rid of the hot garbage Merlini OD Pixel cast. We've actually managed to remove our draft overlay, so viewers can enjoy the game and not be imprisoned. You're welcome, guys. Hope you'll relax, enjoy the show.
So Gorman proven a better producer than Owen.
10 seconds.
No, Merlini was producing. I'm not.
Oh, Malini was
I'm blaming Ben. Ben was producing. Owen, he's like just chilling, casting. Whose draft do you like better? Seeing the draft.
I think I like VP's heroes more. It's much more easier to execute.
Ben needs
Oh, what's going on?
Prepare for battle.
Oh, he didn't have this. I thought that was like camera control 101. You have both at 0.
it was choppy. I'm like, whoa, what's going on with my Let's keep our production value increasing. Alright, apologies for that, guys. Everything should be good to go. Start flaming. If in doubt, tweet at Merlini Dota if there are any production issues, because he is undoubtedly.
I thought you said if in doubt, tweet at what is Hip TV.
Alright, Winter. So, anyway, I wanted to ask you, whose draft do you like better?
Yeah,
Have a favorite.
I mentioned that I actually prefer VP's draft more because it's easier to execute and their lane seems to be much more stronger at the start, and Mineski needs to rely on maybe more on red. It's still possible that Mineski win their lanes with the bounty hunter rotations, but I think if the rotations are not successful, VP are going to win their lanes by default. And Mineski needs to red from there, so it's probably much harder for them to... Their victory condition is much harder compared to VP's victory condition.
So, it's a mid Batrider, is it?
Nah. Is it? Oh. Yeah, I guess it is, since he has this item build. So Queen is off lane?
So I guess they want that.
No, Queen is safe lane, PR off lane.
They really want that Batrider. Oh, are we having a remake? Oh no, DC. So I have a moment here. So I guess they're looking for the Batrider versus TA matchup.
It's it's not even that good.
Like
it's
he used to like just crush TA, but that was when his base damage was higher. I think the Firefly did more damage at early levels.
That was the old Batrider.
Other things cost less mana as well. That was like 2 years ago maybe, but he used to crush.
Napalm used to be 15 mana. Now it's what 20, 25 or 20? Yeah, 20. Yeah.
Everybody just. Cool. Has your Nanyang experience been so far? Sorry, I smacked you a little bit hard on the shoulder there.
You dislocated my shoulder. I'm claiming medical fees.
Workers' comp. But let's hope Nanyang has some. By the time I'm done with you, more than that. So, what's your experience been so far, Winter? Obviously, you've been to Singapore before. How does this event compare? This is my first time in SEA. My first SEA tournament ever.
Can I reserve judgment until the last day?
Yeah.
Because
the hotel's been amazing. We had some really good food.
This is by far the best breakfast I've had in all the Dota 2 events.
This is actually like the nicest trip as far as accommodations that I've ever had in my life. The hotel is just amazing. There's always food available.
And the grills.
There are in fact women here in Singapore. Apparently this is the only country that has them.
This is the only country that has the infinity pool where you have grills there.
I can't. We just spent a month living with Winter, and he exclusively calls women grills or princesses. I don't think he actually knows that there are other terms for them.
My ladies.
And then you use some other inappropriate words that I will not repeat on stream, and you should not either. Don't even think about it.
I appreciate that.
Been a little out of control lately. Separated from your family and home. You came to the US, but now you're back in your old stomping grounds, so to speak.
I'm back in my comfortable C region.
Yeah. I kind of want to queue up the Macho Man. So give the viewers something spicy to entertain.
Please no. What happens in Philippines stays in Philippines.
Well, I have no idea what's going on, guys. I guess players are coming back in. Lonely casters here.
Can we just discuss about the PR off lane? Come on, LD.
Apparently. Thank you, Helen. Helen here, of course, assisting. Helen goes to more events than anyone.
Helen.
She's a prolific world.
Helen is the world traveler.
Service of greater good, the frog. We all live to serve.
Frog?
The frog.
I actually like frog porridge.
You know what I miss from Dota 1? Frog porridge!
Frog congee.
That is a scandalous thing to say on this stream. Take that back!
I'm gonna bring you for some... They have it here in Singapore, bullfrog porridge. Actually,
good.
It's legit.
I don't think I can eat anything with frogs in it after just talking about how important Ice Frog is. I'm not gonna kill his...
It is all protein. It's all muscle. You know, frog doesn't have like...
It's good for keto.
Doesn't have much fat.
Yeah.
They're all about the muscles.
Yeah. So you like grow frog muscles? Will I be able to...
Frog muscles.
Will I be able to jump like a frog just like... jump like 6 stories or something?
I think
single bound?
I think you can easily do pull-ups after you have your bullfrog porridge.
One bullfrog. Bullfrog. So
Yeah.
it specifically has to be the bullfrog.
Yeah.
What's better about the bullfrog than the normal frog?
It's bigger
It's bigger.
and it's badass.
It's badass.
Yeah.
Is it tougher? Is it leaner? More protein?
More muscular.
Muscular.
Yeah.
So you like your frogs muscular? Is that what you're saying, Winter? I knew about you, buddy.
This is
Sacrilege.
leading to nowhere. No.
This game is leading to nowhere right now. So we're just going down with the ship, mate. What can you do? Well, I'm glad that people are tuning in for this.
Yeah.
I think if you want to watch an actual game, Secret vs DC may have started. Maybe.
Maybe.
Do you think DC is going to win a game here? By the way, they have a stand-in. Obviously, they came
Oh
in
my
with one of the
God.
weaker teams.
You should be asking Lumi that, because you will get the answer you
You
want.
are undefeated on your predictions that teams will not win any. One prediction. Here's you were right. Who was it, Winter? What did you say? You remember?
No, I don't.
You made a bet. Gods and Merlini.
Did I
And
say?
you said
I can't remember who. Who was it?
you flamed the crap out of one team. Viciously flamed them. So I'm just gonna go and
Oh, it was the C qualifiers,
the
right?
sequel.
Okay, I know. I know who.
I
I think I
not
know
very
who.
polite. I think you made some enemies. You did say that
It was Group A, right?
Group A. Yeah.
Yeah, the game started. By the way, game started. No.
I'll find it later. It's flamed. Okay, so Bounty Rune's gonna be grabbed up here. G as well as Ryo will each get theirs. So it is gonna be the long-gotten Backrider mid.
I mean, you can still possibly win the lane versus TA. It's just a lot harder now. And with how players are playing Batrider nowadays, like everyone is just focusing on economy. You're not focusing on winning your lane because it's just not the point of the hero anymore. You just want to be able to get to the stage where you have Blink, you have Force Staff, you have BKB. And
Yeah, it
you,
used to be you'd pick Batrider and he'd win almost any lane. Like,
not almost any lane, but most of the lanes.
okay.
Maybe not everyone though. You don't beat anyone.
Well, he would almost never lose, and he would win a lot of it.
Yeah, he
He
would.
wouldn't win everything. That's
But that's what you said. That's what you said.
Here comes the charge. Crush follow-up, raging potato. Oof.
Can you just call him? Can you just call him Jay?
Oh,
Raging Potato.
such to be called raging potato. And be called raging potato. Actually, it's just because I read whatever their name is because it's easier. I kept on calling Ice March and heated fights.
At
Gonna
least,
make the move on G. Firefly coming in, but it hasn't actually started to get on top of him just yet. Got
nah,
the
it should
burn
be fine.
damage against the stack up, but he needs that bounty hunter slow a little bit sooner. Gap.
Yeah, but there was a sentry. Oh, there was actually a dire sentry, no radiant sentry there, so he had no idea.
Okay. Bimbo gets completely caught out. I guess the same old chain stun we saw before.
Yep, and he wasn't on full HP. So
You're supposed to be my extra set of eyes, by the way.
yeah, but if I have my own PC, that would be helpful, you know, dude. I'm watching over your
I
screen.
offered you my laptop. You said no. You said I want to be lazy.
That's not what I said, but whatever. So because we can't really do anything about it right now, so it's Phobos 1 V2 at the bottom lane versus the PL Dazzle. I think a lot of the teams have been like running, maybe not all the teams, but Secret in specifically have been treating the off lane as the safe laner. Carry always goes to the off lane.
Yeah, and we saw that Lich Ember Spirit dual lane. Was that Secret? Oh, that wasn't Secret. I'm trying to remember who that was.
That wasn't it C9? Yeah, it was C9.
Yeah, Ritsu was
Yeah.
playing the offlane Ember. I think T-Ben.
T-Ben, yeah.
It was okay, but the Ember is like so farm dependent and doesn't have the best lane presence. I felt like it really gimped her on.
I think if you do a Lich plus Ember, you have to, you know, win the lane very hard. Otherwise, Ember is gonna have a tough time on the off lane because you can't really, you know, do much later on. You can't really jungle with a few levels. You need a lot more levels on your Failing Guard before you can jungle or go back to the safe lane. So
it looks like that, well, speaking of the lanes, that Mineski are losing all 3 lanes now, looking at just the last hits, as well as how much VP are getting out of the off lane. They're getting levels on their Ancient Apparition, Darkseer is getting levels, not dying, and farming.
PL is
And
fine though.
In the mid lane, TA, this could change things around a bit. forced back, but won't die. And they're even managing to stack for the TA while all of this is going on.
Yeah, I think against Darkseid you kind of expect like the PR not to have perfect CS because it's not that easy against Iron Shell. So I think he's just doing fine. It's just the Queen's lane is probably suffering the most out of them all. And
it's the Spirit Breaker X factor.
and you talk about Ancient stacking for TA, but Bat Rider can't really do much about it. It's just more about getting your blink and see what can you do with your blink compared to the time where, because TA is going to focus more time on farming Ancients.
Or
and
maybe this fella.
This fella. I guess he's going to be the one.
He's going to tree mid, but safely back himself away.
Yep. I think he's going to be the one to block. I'm actually quite surprised they haven't actually started block the Ancients. Because I think when you have NS or BH, you want to block it.
Oh, Potato Man! Where are you going? Nowhere fast.
That is what we call.
Not even very high level either. Now hitting level 4, but it's enough chain stun.
That is what we call. That is what we call OX. Like over expecting that he actually is more tanky than he is. They actually do so much damage with the chilling touch plus the stun.
And they just timed it really well. They get a couple of auto attacks off, then they crush, then they finish him off. So it's not like they crush right away and then he has a chance to go.
Yeah, not to mention the long animation as well, because he was facing in front. He had to turn behind before he can actually start to blink.
Ah, the Ward Wars, round 500. Let's go. Charge back, but not very far. They're gonna try to turn this one around. Jesse Vash, though, backing himself away. Batman starting to heat up. He's in the middle of it, and he's getting napalm stacks, so he may get a double kill. This could be huge for Ryo. G, though, dropping the refraction. It won't be a time. It's a double. He even manages to pop an Invisor and gets up to the high ground, walks away. Well, we didn't expect the Bat Rider mid to have an explosive. Golly, he sure did.
Yeah, the TA got like false sense of security when he saw the SB coming in, so he didn't try to run at the start, and they tried to fight, but it turned out to be a really bad decision because they were taking so much damage from Firefly and Napalm. So that was something that we did not expect from the Bat, but it would speed up his dagger by a really good time right now.
Charging top lane. That one bash. Oh, the crush a bit late.
Greedy, he wanted, but if he actually crushed right
hoping for one of their bashes.
if he crushed right after the charge as well, I think they still didn't have enough damage, so he needed to actually get a bash to actually secure the kill.
It's better to. Oh, they're going on. Well, they bait out the blink and then they just dive in, and time to turn the potato into French fries. Another kill, Cuckoo.
Mashed potatoes.
Almost just gonna turn and fight this one. Yeah, there's a grave, but easily walk away. Now they're gonna bottle Cuckoo up. Rather, he'll bottle himself up, I should say.
It's a south. He's fine.
Yeah.
So much regen.
Darkseid doesn't really care though. He's just it all back anyway.
Yeah, he's just mainly now trying to push the lane out all the time and just jungle. He's not trying to kill PL or pressure the PL too much. It's just more about securing his own farm and his own experience. And he wants to get that early mech for his team to be able to keep pressuring the PL.
Oh, not again.
The same story.
This movie before. Oh, late.
He didn't land the crush.
Well, not even late.
Yeah.
But they do finally. Actually, no, they didn't ward the Ancients. They just got the ward down below them.
That's
but
interesting.
Hasn't been stacking them.
I think as a team that you are playing against TA, you have to always put that as your priority, because TA just becomes.
She's like
so
a different hero.
A different hero, yeah. When she gets Ancient, she's a different hero. That's the thing.
It's like a fodder Razor instead of a normal Razor, where it magically has an extra 3,000 gold.
No.
Except there's actually a reason.
Can we just explain it with a TA plus Grievel's Greed?
Yeah, it's literally like giving TA Grievel's Greed. I will agree to that. Do you remember the game that you and I were casting where there's a level 2 TA with the DD rune that did...
That was Q on the TA.
Yeah.
He couldn't lane. He got dual lane and he couldn't do anything, and he got he got DD in the first like 2-minute rune, and he just went.
Completely back. He completely came back into the game.
Oh no, it was a 4-minute rune. He got DD and he was still level 2, and he did Ancients, yeah.
He had I think it was a bunch of the melee ones, so it's a little bit easier, obviously, but still, it's
game breaking. It's game breaking. Like sometimes game changing.
Oh, a little Dusteroni. Jesse Vash gonna get off by this. The charge is there. Do they have
Bash?
a call though? Trap on cooldown. Long time, and Jesse Vash. Well, now they get the Bash, but it's after G gets wrangled back, and they may end up losing 2 again. Is Ryo gonna get another double kill? Oh, Spirit Breaker going down, but it looks like G will be okay. Bit low on mana on the bat. And Jesse Vash coming in. No ancient stuff.
It's gonna body block that again, but top lane, Raging Potato, gonna be Squash Potato again.
Oh no. You run co-op safe lane? Like, how often does co-op feed safe lane? That almost
They were expecting the lane to be Darkseer plus Spirit Breaker initially, but because it's Lada and plus a Spirit Breaker charging in, there's always a good chance that the Queen just dies to the 2 stun.
So we have an 8-minute Batrider Blink. He's got 3 kills. He's got a lot of work to do though, because his Queen of Pain is struggling mightily.
Yeah.
The Bounty Hunter actually doing reasonably well here, as Illidan will get jumped, but he sprints, has the stick. Walk away, meanwhile bottom lane, DK Phobos.
Wow,
Level 7 already, dropping the wall. He's
if
got
he
the buckler
if he
on.
landed that wall, it would have killed the PR because PR had the ice buff, the shatter effect on him, so he would have died there.
D-warding here as he really tries to get back into the ancient game. Still the leader in terms of CS, so ultimately TA still doing well in the lane despite the death, but I guess it could have been worse, as Yoku showed us last week.
So
Many TA
the
players.
first blink reveal. Who is the biggest target? I think Slada is the biggest target because Slada is the main tempo controller for
But
them.
Slider's also got a lot of buddies here. Oh,
Oh,
Illidan?
okay. Maybe
That was-
maybe not Slada because they saw so many heroes at top now.
Well, if he's gonna be making crushes like that, I guess you don't need to gank him. That was like
So savage, LD.
200 to 300 unit short. That wasn't even close to hitting.
Top tower is under attack.
There'll be a reveal now. Ryo
Oh, the charge.
charged off the back. Ice Blast is getting through, and well,
gonna blink in.
Ice to counter initiate, but Lil getting caught out here by a spear. They blink forward. The lasso comes, and it is on the Slardar. And they will get Illidan. Death by a billion spears appears.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
Bam.
He still made the right call though, even though AA was teleporting and there was no stuns and Lasso was the only stun, but it was still the correct decision
It's
to
like,
go.
who cares? A is
Yeah.
already level 6. Let's make sure we get the Slardar
Yeah,
kill.
Slada is the biggest kill, like I mentioned. It's their main tempo controller with his blink. So that was the kill that mattered the most towards Mineski. It's gonna buy more time for the Queen and the PR to get more farm because you're not afraid when the Slada hasn't had blink yet.
Bonnie bottom. Ryo will be happy to grab this. Seconds until the next lasso.
Time to farm the enemy jungle.
More creeps. Batman.
I think this game you can actually go for an early boost of travel on Batrider because they are going to be doing a lot of ratting and split pushing with PL and the Queen. So it might actually be game that the early bots might be very useful for the Batrider to be mobile around the map. So we'll see whether he goes for it.
Oh, Illidan, he found a kill on Jules bottom. Lane ward or anything.
It wasn't with Ice Blast, it was just a solo kill.
Yeah, just ran in and crapped out a dazzle.
You remember you mentioned bashes are the biggest weapon in the game, and I just suggested that you should always draft Slada, Faces, Floyd,
Oh,
Spirit,
and troll.
and
Very
Troll.
important to get troll with the basher. That's what.
Dyer's
You remember that was in?
is under attack.
Was it Navi? I think Navi was picking like troll. They would pick troll for Havost, Sonic, Void, and then
Tower is under attack.
Troll plus SB was a really good combo back then.
yeah, and then oh yeah, that's right. Before troll got the nerf stick. And then they would also even get the Dendi mag. So they'd have like the late game like double chrono, double RP, disgustingness.
Now you have double Doom. It's more disgusting than that.
Yeah. Also, let's be honest, much lower skill. Blitz is playing. Casting Doom. Tricky business.
So right
William.
Bottom tower is
right
under
now
attack.
the TA is still halfway to go before he gets his Desolator. And ancient stacks have been cleared twice, I want to say, so far. Hasn't been really disrupted. Like Jesse Voyage did a few body blocks, but overall TA still got farm that he needed from the ancients.
Bash.
Tried to snag the
Not only
region.
did he fail to snag it, but he failed to kill it. So, 3 full HP, and well,
Oh, we've seen this movie before, Slada SB.
0 and 5, man. He is getting massacred. I feel like it's 6v4. The Squid of Pain is just.
I think you go for use. I think you go for use though on Queen this game. It's very good versus the SB, and you can remove amplify damage.
What I worry about is that like he's just gonna get caught by the first stun, and then he's never using his Yules anyway.
Yeah, but because you have the use, you might survive. You might not get caught.
Darkseer in way too far, completely on his own. Mineski converge. walk away, and they get the track kill off of that one, Winter.
Dire's top tower
So,
is under
let's see,
attack.
Batrider is not going BOTs. He does opt for the Force Staff. Obviously, it's still a solid choice.
Yeah, still a very solid choice.
What are the respective game plans for each team?
I-
It seems like they want to fight. They're getting their blinks up. And just general
Man,
combat items.
they're just leading because of the ancients, though. Otherwise, they wouldn't be in such a
Dire's
good position.
tower is under attack.
Bounty Hunter could have ward.
Oh.
He didn't do it until later.
Yeah, I think they needed to actually, remember the game where Monkey Business was playing, and immediately the second game, that was the first thing they did.
Farmed like 10 stacks of ancients or something,
Yeah.
uncontested, not warded, not ganked, just nothing. And then the next game they warded them at like minute 0, and they just kept on warding them all game. And Yoku, I think Empire still won that game, but it was a lot harder for them if I recall correctly.
Yep.
And Yoku wasn't out.
I think they needed to put more priority in the early stage for Mineski to ward off the ancients against the TA this game. But right now, as it stands, the PL still has really good farm. It's on top of the net worth with the TA, so it could have been better obviously if they blocked the camp. But
What's your preferred PL game? Is it like that combat
I
build,
think you go
definitely Diffusal blade
early
fight? Do you go,
diffusal.
like the split push, like man style right
Nah,
away.
he's gonna go early diffusal because he has threats already. He's not gonna go for the greedy boost of travel.
Choice, but he better do it soon because G.
Or maybe
Invis.
a Manta like a Yasha.
It's good versus amp damage.
The diffuser is gonna allow him to get the solo pick off on Darkseer all the time if he finds
By
it.
the time he gets his first item, his base might be in shambles at the rate that BP are going.
Yep, BP has
Heat up.
a lineup that is much more fast paced. They want to finish the game much more early.
Radiant
Fast paced indeed.
The
Their
Bash
base
Lords.
warrior does get sniped.
The Bash Lords.
This is happening.
Radiant's top tower is
Oh
under
my god, the
attack.
Bash Lords are just gonna kill anything they see in their sights.
Just running at people, honestly, and not sure what Mineski can do about it.
They need to dodge and use the Bat Rider plus the BH to make space because these two heroes are going to be like camping, hiding around. You get tracks off, you get vision, and Bat Rider is mostly going to be standing behind either the Queen or the PL or initiating smoke gangs. So you buy space for them. You're going to go for the drums.
Oh,
Again, this story!
it's on cooldown.
This
Same
story!
old- Into the ice. Barely missing there. Now Illidan says it's my turn to beat the crap out of a girl. Rude dude, but it looks like he may get the kill yet. Quap Tourney with the Blink ultimate tries to dislodge the Spearbringer, will find the kill, then they're able to lasso Illidan back. VP have finally been punished. Leave our poor potato man alone. Blink ready in 2 seconds. Alright, he'll still go down. There's just no mercy here for Mr. Bimbo. Now they chase the other way. On to DK Phobos, a 3 for 2, but track gold going the way of Mineski. Finally, Bimbo's patient sacrifices are rewarded.
I don't think he meant to sacrifice that. He actually just didn't intend to blink into the trees there. I think he would have lived regardless, but it was still a really
I don't
good.
know if it would have baited them as much though. He just,
Yeah, I guess so.
obviously he didn't plan it, but it
Yeah.
worked out better.
Yeah, I guess so. It might be the case that it worked a lot better for them, but he didn't intend that. Track goal is track goal.
Time to fight too, because G just got his
Another track goal for 3 heroes.
Mineski just seemed to have this way so far this tournament of like pulling out these scrappy little fights where you feel like the game's kind of falling apart for them. Oh, expecting the Roche Bash.
Oh, he's going for the arcanes into Greaves again.
Breaker?
Oh,
Okay.
at least that wasn't a track kill.
Rather silly death from FNG.
Just overextending though.
Like a bounty hunter. This very risky proposition. And they also took that whole fight right before the death zone was done. Now it's done. G's gonna level up. He also hits level 11, so significantly scarier.
Yeah, but the PL right now has already surpassed the TA thanks to all the track goal that he received. So I feel like right now VP, even though they got the death zone TA, they're not in as comfortable position as a few minutes ago. I think they are more pressed to actually get stuff done at this stage of the game, even though they have the death. So they need to at least make sure that they pressure or kill the PL at least once in the next couple of minutes. Otherwise, it would become very, very difficult for them to deal with the PL later, because they don't really have a lot of AoE to deal with illusions. Psyblades doesn't work.
TA is just
Yeah, Psyblades doesn't work versus illusions for obvious reasons. Otherwise, it would be too broken.
I kind of agree with Waga that I think it would be fair if it works like
50%.
normal, like it doesn't do like extra damage.
Tower has fallen.
Yeah, but the hero is already so strong now. Why would it?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, maybe I'm not saying that she shouldn't be looked at in other ways, but I don't, it just seems kind of strange.
If you give her that, then you have to remove the
But
ancient
for those
thing.
who don't know, it used to be like if you did like because the illusions take bonus damage
Ah.
and then you'll splash it fully. And there used to be smoke BP.
Basically, you hit the illusions and you kill the real hero.
Yeah, and you do like 4 times
Ah.
damage. Smoke instantly broke right as they TP'd in and went for it. They even committed dust. They won't find the bounty hunter. Mineski though, I don't think they actually scouted this even though he managed to break the smoke, and they will lose their band anyway.
So, diffuser it is by Cuckoo. Drums diffuser, so he will have a lot of solo pickup potential on the Darkseer, because Darkseer is the main person. If you look at VP's lineup, Darkseer will be the main person pushing the waves with Iron Shell and trying to make sure that the lanes are all pushed out so the Slada and the TA can make pickups happen, and TA obviously will be farming one lane. So there's a very good chance that the PL might find the Darkseer one or twice with the diffusers.
What's going on in the pit here? I'm gonna have a look. Oh, too late. Bush is dead. Illusions are dead. Power of the TA. Beautiful.
Still fine though, like against this lineup, it's gonna happen at oh no, another missed crush.
Illidan.
Radiant's
Not his game. My goodness, he's missing a lot of these crushes. But that's where the 17% comes in handy. It does mean that he dies. I think he lives if he hits that crush.
Yeah, he definitely leaves because
So,
this is really
here,
bad.
ADG's gonna go down. Well, and Aegis down burned instantly, and
Oh my god, they're
they still
screwed.
hold the lasso. They could potentially get.
They are
still
screwed.
They're in a lot of trouble. They lasso G back, dragging him through Phobos' wall, and he's just getting massacred by fire and flame. The quad bolt will finish him off. Revenge for the potato, and now onto Phobos. See ya. It's an ultra. It's an ultra potato winter. A raging ultra potato. Something out of the worst nightmares possibly imagine.
You know, that was one of those situations where you let your emotions go over your head. Get to your head where you actually made a decision based on your emotions instead of being rational about the
I thought
situation.
you were talking about my casting.
No, not your casting, dude. I mean, you are always
You
emotional,
said
so.
you, and you were like looking at me, so like, oh.
I mean, you're always emotional.
Emotional.
You're always emotional. That's your job.
Yeah, VP, man, that's. There's been a lot of very sloppy play in this game.
This was very reminiscent of the earlier series where Mineski was playing CDAC and CDAC made a lot of very deep dives because of fights being very scrappy and you don't execute as well. Oh my god!
It saved his life.
I told you, use will be useful.
That was a quick reaction.
Yeah, I told you use will be useful.
That's so bold.
Oh no!
Illidan, not like this. I like how Illidan's response to whipping a crush and losing his team a really bad fight is, alright, I'm gonna double down and just be even more aggressive this time.
Why not?
You gotta admire the confidence here.
You can't farm your way.
They're gonna find the bat rider, but he gets graved off the bat. Does go for the lasso, he does, dragging the cow back. Hey, guys, how does some hamburger sound instead? Pretty good, Cuckoo says. He charges forward looking for the Spirit Breaker. Should be able to finish the job. That heal, enormous damage. Illidan wants to get involved again, and Illidan should go down again. Another track kill. Alright, I think it's time. They need to stop following Illidan. Wherever he goes, run the other way. Probably have a better chance of living. She will escape.
You say better chance of living, better chance of winning as well. But the issue is they have to count on him to win the team fights as well because he's the main disable with the crush vacuum.
It's really unusual to see that.
This is
One
tough
missing
though.
this
They if they give up another few trackers, they might just lose the game from there. Because PL is going to be very hard to deal with their heroes, and they need to be ahead of the PL to be able to deal with the PL. PL somewhat goes too much of a hit with net worth. It's going to be very hard for them to deal with the PL.
Cuckoo trying to be cute here. Oh, might go down to the
Is he
edge side.
screwed? He actually might be screwed. Yeah, he is.
So he doppelganger and then he tried to be cute by not moving his main hero. I think I was trying to like fool them with.
Oh, did you see his highlights of his doppelganger during the?
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Unfortunately, in this particular case, in fact, sometimes that is a good play. Man, for trying. We should have a missed crush counter, but this time he shows some restraint, and they'll easily get rid of the bat. So VP, you know, they don't care. They don't care that they messed up a few fights, Winter. They have a game plan.
They
The fight,
cannot-
They're just gonna
they cannot go into a farming state of a game because they will lose out. Then you will lose out to the PL. Even though they had a few bad engagements, but they need to keep playing like this to win.
Back, Jules might be
Iron
back,
Shell.
turn deployed, and the back gets the kill. Another quick grab. VP
Radiant's
back,
bottom tower
putting Mineski on the chopping block with that to grab.
Mineski is still at a fine position right now. They're still not too worried about the game ending soon because VP doesn't have the best sieging lineup. It's just all about getting a lot of kills. As long as Mineski keeps kiting them and don't give away too much, and you get any pickouts with Bad Rider, they should be fine in this game.
Ranged lamp. Blink disjointed as VP commenced their retreat. Looks like they did get what they came for. They got a ward down. They got some traps out.
Yeah, and they made
And they got the kills.
TP. They made TP rotations as well, so it frees up the whole map for the other heroes. So didn't the Darkseer go for a mech? So the Arcane Boots on the SB would be quite useless apart from providing mana for the Slada, because Slada does need the mana. I'm not sure though. I thought he would actually go for the Arcanes only if he's building the Greaves.
Yeah, because FNG's he was the one who went for the mech.
Yeah, he was like, remember we were at the house and we did a stat and he was actually overall in a serious match. It was actually the second time, but the first time was in like some qualifier. So
Found someone, a tasty treat. Illidan, this might be a 5-hero track kill.
a big fish.
No, he gets away. Not sure they were all in range, but still they're gonna hunt forward. They look for Lil Hardy as well. Right back the other way. Mineski, blow for blow here with VP. They already shocked C-Deck, and they might be able to turn this one around. Now Cuckoo gets double bashed and locked.
Oh,
down
the
to
wall
Then
on the 4 heroes.
Gauge into this. 5-back though, Quap blinking right next to the Spirit Breaker, still holding the ult, very patient. Shuriken toss is going to be used to chip him down, and then in the end they get another kill. 3 heroes dead. It's just G and Phobos, 2 of the biggest hitters left on the VP side. Mineski, get out, and yeah, they lose a PL Winter, but track gold. Story of this game.
The Punisher of the overextension.
Oh, gee. The sick execution there. Brought Jesse Vash to meet the guillotine and
I mean, it's still not the biggest of kills though. He was just he got wards down. If you look at them.
Cool.
Okay, one got dewarded, but there's still another high ground ward there. Oh, it's gone. But okay, so
Jinxing all the Mineski wards. How many do you have on VP?
all his wards are. So he basically.
Are you gonna cut me in? Tino here's too, so we can't gamble in.
You're supposed to cut me in, you know.
Supposed to cut.
No, you are supposed to cut me in.
You're the national chess champion. Much better.
Dude, you're my employer. So I'm.
Yeah, I'm your employee, so you should be cutting me in.
No, what?
Merlini owns BTS. You are Merlini. You own BTS.
I wish. First thing I would do is just, make sure I finish all your protein bars.
Yeah, So, okay, by the way, if you're gonna steal my protein bars, can you at least open the box? You just, rip the corner off of it and start, pulling them out. Oh, Ryo.
Okay, Ryo missed the pull.
Maybe. That's second thought.
He's going for use as well, so potential play of the use is to cancel the SB charge, remove the AM damage, remove the surge. So still pretty useful pickup for his team. But I would have actually preferred this game to go for the much more solid BKB. I think BKB is just much safer. The use you might still get vacuum, or you still might get stunned by the Slada, although the Slada has missed a lot of stuns, but
yeah, at the same time he's gonna get a BKB, so he can be even more patient about finding the next stun. There will only be that lasso to interrupt his initiations.
I actually think that I would have actually preferred to go for the BKB on the bat this game instead of the use. Even though use has a lot of applications against their lineup.
There is the Spirit Breaker, but that's the only counterplay. Lasso.
I mean, the wind-up is actually very long for the Nether Strike.
Well, then taking some damage here in the river, though. Cuckoo has a Diffusal Blade available. They try to back him up to the high ground. It's not going to happen, and then Ryo closes the gap. Illidan looks like another death, possibly, in the works here for the Slardar. And they're going for more. They lasso up DK Phobos. He won't be able to surge away because there's a Diffusal Blade with that delicious 0-second cooldown. Running. Sorry, Army. 7, 2, and 8.
Man,
At what point is this PL too big to deal with?
This PL is already getting too big. This is really bad for them because every time they give up a kill, it's track and it helps the PL become, oh my god, potato.
Oh, potato down! I mean, I think VP have had enough French fries this game, don't you? Time to try some different cuisine.
too
We're here
much-
in Singapore, there's a lot of other
Too much
delicious
carbs.
dishes.
Too much carbs. They need some monkey instead of the potato.
We need a little bullfrog.
This is not a bullfrog, it's a monkey.
No, but I'm saying they need some bullfrog. They need some protein.
Sure, protein plus carbs. Healthy
Which
diet.
country has the world's best bull?
Singapore and Malaysia.
Singapore, Malaysia. How many other countries have you tried bullfrog in?
None.
You sound like the most qualified person to make this. Have you here one?
Thank you, I appreciate that.
So, VP now. Scored 20 to 21
I think-
in 28 minutes.
They are feeling really screwed now. They are in a very, very nervous, like this type of position when you're in a tournament. You are very nervous of your situation because you know you cannot let this game go for another 10.
What happened in VP's match? I didn't get to follow the previous game.
I
Or
didn't,
is this their first match?
I didn't see, I don't think I saw any games played by them today.
I'd all tap and check.
Nah, you're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to do that. You're only allowed to alt tab and check about Bullfrog, but not VP.
Okay.
Just kidding.
The more that you talk about this, the more I feel like I'm getting trolled and I should not eat it.
Bullfrog is nice, you know. It's one of their premier dishes here in Singapore.
Oh.
What?
Here,
I'm
giggling
serious.
all around me. I don't.
Whatever, dude. Whatever. Go trust the other people.
Alright, VP.
yeah, right.
Grouping up. Roshan has respawned and the big fight brewing soon. Time there will be no sneaky business.
They have to just keep. You know, I don't think they.
So hard.
I don't think they can allow
Ryo's like, yes, I am actually Pit.
Lord of the
Forget about
Pit.
Pit Lord. No, he's fraud. I am in charge here. It's my pit. When it comes in, we'll die.
Yeah, but the thing is, they have to keep fighting. They cannot allow the PL to keep farming.
Oh, what a delicious treat to find Buddy Doppelganger dodges the crush. Well played by Cuckoo. And now running away from Illidan, who has the BKB. Mansa also deployed. There's the Ice Blast commitment, but they get off the grave, at least keeping Cuckoo alive a bit longer. Won't have the buyback, though. And he gets backed into the wall. TK Phobos gonna be able to finish him off now. Jesse Vash on the run, herded out of the fight. And to the north, they also execute the Bat Rider. Very well performed gank. VP, that should be their Aegis. Mineski have no buybacks.
They need to use this Aegis to at least threaten high ground, though. This is not those type of Aegis where you can even say that, oh, they are fine with farming with this Aegis. They don't really need to rush things. But I think in this situation, even though they just got a key pick off on the PR, they do need to make the pace of the game go a lot faster. They have to threaten high ground at some point.
Oh, no.
He should be fine though. That's
no
use.
BKB yet? No.
That's use. He should be fine.
No BKB.
Don't worry. Potato has had enough the whole game, you know. After
It's
big,
actually very farm considering how this game started. That ultra kill, that'll do it.
he's had enough of being in the deep fryer this game.
I mean, where does a good potato go otherwise? In the ground? Do you get planted?
No, you get oven roasted instead. A more healthy way of cooking potatoes.
Potato's not around to appreciate it. One being
But
appreciated.
it's for a good cause if you are being cooked in a healthy way.
Sure, VP are really thinking about their health. Just thinking about the win.
Yeah, they're thinking about their health because they're playing against the Cancer Lancer.
Goodness, Cuckoo backing off now. They charge, they initiate. It's on to Ryo, who doesn't have buyback again. Then the back wall combination can come out, and they hit the Ice Blast. The 3 heroes. Jesse Vash forced back. Cuckoo in danger. All of a sudden, VP hit the kill switch. Get 2 more grabs, and they're gonna take the tower. They may.
Oh, they're gonna be able to
High ground.
They can threaten high ground right now. Yeah. They at least can do some damage, some chip damage onto the tower. Maybe even take the tower. Queen has Sonic Wave to actually delay the push by a bit, but they're still in
The Egg Sonic onto it.
they're still in a really good position to at least take the tower at the very least. I feel. Guy's taking too much damage. Okay.
Dismantled. We'll tank the ult. The creep wave gets cleared up, but still they're able to get forward. Oh, Illidan initiate onto a PL illusion. Looks like he got baited in a bit by Cuckoo. This might force the retreat.
Oh,
effect,
no.
The army charges out. Illidan BKB on cooldown for 28 seconds. TA not able to do much of this particular case. Also forced back. Cuckoo continues to hunt. Moving on to the Spirit Breaker, rushing forward, charges, and get me the hell away! Don't want to meet him any longer. They will charge out and bashes the catapult.
Man,
and
they should have been able to get a tower if they didn't dive that far. But Not the biggest deal. They still have the Aegis for another 3 minutes. How long?
It was a nice bait there by.
Go to the rush. How long is this?
Still quite a
2.5 minutes. So they still have time to make another high ground push. Are they waiting for any items coming soon from either of the heroes? On the Slaughter, they have BKB Blink. Doesn't really need.
Hex on Phobos, maybe.
Maybe he might be going for a Lincoln's.
Linker's the bat.
Maybe Hex is more likely because they need a reliable disable since the Crush is not so reliable as we can see from the whole game. So he might need a Hex against the PR. That sounds like a good plan for them.
I guess he's not a believer in the patented David Gods Parker Octarine rush on Batrider.
I don't think you ever see a Batrider in a pro game get off.
Gods was adamant. We had a heated debate in the car, and you were there. He's like, Octarine Batrider is legit.
It is good, but are you ever going to reach a point in the game where you can actually build? There's always better items.
Why don't you like Refresher, Ag?
You have Refresher, you have Axe, then you have like, okay, you can argue you get the Octarine card over Shiva's God, but you need Blink, Force, and BKB. And then when you reach to that point, you might want to have Axe or Refresher.
You know where you get it? You have an Alchemist, and he feeds you an Axe. That's the dream.
Then you buy your own Octarine car. Dream on, dude. It's never gonna happen. That's why we call it dreams.
You think we'll all die without that ever having happened again? Give me emo now.
I'll try to do it once, just to make you happy.
They have bounced back. They've managed to claw 10,000 gold in net worth forward. Still though, holding the high ground. Catman sitting there.
Catman?
Rat. Catman.
You just said Catman.
Yeah.
Cat and rat is like two different things, you know. One is the predator, one is the prey.
Someone told me he's actually a cat. You said that
it's a monkey.
the Chinese call him a monkey, and then he is a rat hero, so cat, rat, monkey. Oh, good thing.
Good logics, friend. Wherever you get them from. This is the anti-rat ward, the anti-tinker ward. Space created. But they are still in a very good position to push high ground right now though. They still have the Aegis, they want to use it. They have Vlads on like SB. They have all the items they need to actually pressure the high ground right now. So they should go before the Aegis expires.
CP will commit Salt, and G directs that it be on the mid lane. So in they go. The man in front. They have the last already, and they're just gonna drag him. Illidan was trying to counter-initiate this, but he was too late. And G gets put all the way to the tier 4 tower. He's tracked the back. Whoa, that combo. Jules gonna go down here. Raging Potato, one more bash might do him in as well. Jules, grave for now, but dead eventually. The PLs though, they rush forward. He's not been focused hardly at all. Lil very low. Cuckoo trying to find those finished kills as a Quapple. Oh no, the Yule Scepter actually ends up protecting and saving the Spirit Breaker. Then the Dazzle, well, out of the picture for a long time as they hunt forward. Jesse Bash looking for G, tracked up, gonna go down again. And it all started with one Bat Lasso. Winter, this guy is truly the master of base defense.
Yeah, they forced them to. This time it wasn't even VP diving too deep because they were forced to help the TA. And
that's just the nature of playing against Mineski's draft. Like, yeah, you can. Oh, TA was out of position, but it's impossible not to be out of position sometimes against Batrider.
He forces you to be out of position, basically.
The only. Oh,
Duh.
I guess the only thing that could have changed the fight is if Illidan was even faster on his blink, but he was pretty fast as it was, so I don't think you can even fault him for it.
I mean, the other option was the vacuum to be nearer the TA area, but they went for the other side of the fight, which they got an ice buff, a 2-man ice buff off. So maybe they have to prioritize more on protecting the TA.
What is critical mass for you? At what point is Cuckoo just too big and VP can't
Next item, if he gets another item. I think next item...
Scotty, Butterfly...
Scotty or Butterfly. Scotty or Butterfly would be nice because Butterfly would help versus the physical damage. Scotty just provides overall stats.
Blade. Shotgun peel. Give me the most disgusting.
That is like Battle Fury Doom level for me.
Well, I know you love Battle Fury Doom.
Sure, yeah, why not?
Clever build.
I'm a fan of Battle Fury Wind Ranger as well. Why not? Battle Fury Medusa. Battle Fury Troll.
You believe that like millions of people used to do that all the time in pubs in Dota 1?
Yeah, because there was no better items that give you... There was no Lincolns back then. So, the best item that gives damage and regen was Battle Fury.
It's actually legit.
Yeah, it was legit back then. I didn't say it wasn't.
Alright.
It's just shit
Delete your
now.
lies and apologize when.
Yeah, apologize to the people that think Doom should build Battlefield. Thanks to someone educating them about that.
Oh. Must mourn the sad death of a prep board. I'm kind of liking the butterfly here. Seeing G going into what looks to be a dataless.
Yeah, I think the butterfly has a lot of value here, but at the same time, Skyly still provides, you know, a lot of stats and it gives you slow. So overall, I think both the items.
It's all Bimbo, but the charge is coming in hot. Oh, he doesn't get the reaction.
The Ice Blast!
Ice
No!
Blast. Nope, pushed out of it. Now the Yules. He's almost gonna set up for VP.
Under attack.
Wakes the crush just a split second off. They back him. Potato down, boys. But it took chase around the world.
Man, that made me a bit nervous because the crush didn't land, but they still got the kill. But at the end of the day, this is not the kill that you want to have your VP. You want to kill the PL, and because they chased so far for the Queen of Pain, it gave them so much time and space to push out the other two lanes. This is what precisely Mineski wants. They want to buy time, they want to buy space. If PL can get to his next item, I think Mineski has a really good chance of just holding to late game and just winning the game.
Are getting there. Batrider, his next big item coming soon.
It's BKB. I think he needs BKB for sure. BKB is like the safest item.
We saw how big that lasso was. Like as long as you
Yeah.
just ensure you.
You
can get that
don't you don't need to do anything else. You just need to make sure you get your lasso and you don't get stunned by Starlight. You don't get vacuumed by Darkseer. Then your job is done.
And then you basically win.
Yeah.
Something crazy happens with the PA. Dash tracking, charging FNG. Streak towards mid. They've got some good aggressive.
They have to keep going. There's no way they can stop this aggression, even though they just lost the fight. But they just need to keep running and running and running until they succeed in taking down the Rex. PL is actually going for a BKB. He realized that he wants to be able to be secure in the team fights, that he doesn't get controlled by the Slada and the Spirit Breaker, so he goes for the BKB. But I'm not sure though. I think the BKB doesn't provide him any survivability against their biggest damage loss, which is physical from the TA and the M damage.
It is, and also the instant hex. Not gonna help you against that either.
I'm not sure though.
And there's no buyback on Cuckoo, and remember that. So it's also to me not an item that wins them the game. Like his BKB now, even let's say he pops it, it's not like he does so much damage that they can't deal with him at that point. He's just harder to kill. Not even that much harder.
Really? Do you think he's that harder to kill compared to maybe a butterfly?
No. I mean compared to not having the BKB.
Oh. Yeah, I guess he doesn't get controlled. That's the thing. Like
It
by the
helps
stun.
against like the Darkseer combo,
Yeah.
the Ice Blast.
Yeah, but it doesn't give him like armor and stuff. You know, he's taking a lot of damage from.
I agree.
TA.
I feel like Butterfly or Scotty is a better item for this game, but at this point he's committed. And the most important thing is not even what he got, but the fact that he does not have buyback. So a death here for the PL could cost Mineski.
Yeah, but obviously VP doesn't know that. It's just, you know, extra information that we have.
They're gonna find out.
They need to be able to land, like we saw Vacuum plus Ice Blast, but I think they need to land the Vacuum plus Crush. That is the most solid way they can actually secure the team fight for themselves, and try not to get, because if someone gets pulled into the tier 4, they're gonna lose the fight.
X starts to come out.
They saw the blink, they saw the Batrider blink, that's why they are running up and hitting the towers right now. I mean the barracks right now. They have a few more seconds before Batrider has blinked.
It's ready. Hey G, come over here. Meet my fountain if possible. Lasso will immediately destroy him, but then the combo play maybe enough to turn this around. TA gonna be coming back for round number 2. Deep behind enemy lines, the Lance is gonna follow him, and now the track, the illusions start to come out and force BKBs pops to plenty. Can PL really man-fight his way out of this entire massive army? It's up to the Raging Potato. He gets them low and now has them on the run. They might get Phobos. Looks like another Lance, another Purge should be enough to get the job done. They lose the AA, they lose the gem. It's 3 down, it's an Aegis down, it's gonna be 4. Mineski, boost Yan, they got Illidan as well. It's 4 heroes dead! And they charge down mid, and Winter, they only got a range Drax.
Yeah, that was...
5,000 gold swing, it only cost them a Queen of Pain, a Dazzle, and a buyback.
And the BKB from the PL helped him actually dish out team fights because the Slada couldn't control him, and they couldn't even hex him because he popped the BKB earlier preemptively and he just doppelganger in, so he was safe from any sort of disable. And obviously the Queen of Pain did buyback, but it was worth everything. Now the game is going to be really tough for VP after losing that team fight plus the Aegis, and they have to be using a couple of buybacks right now to defend their racks.
They are missing only the Darkseer actually, so they could buy back.
They are not buying back? Are they?
Maybe
What?
they've decided.
They have to buy back.
Radiant's bottom tower.
What?
has
Kind of
fallen.
VP is just GGing and is taking their time to discuss the game. No buybacks. maybe deciding, alternatively, I guess, that one lane of Rex is okay. We don't want to buy back.
It's not okay. It's against PR. How is that okay?
Well, I don't know. You asked them. They didn't buy back.
I mean, I guess the only logical explanation is they feel like even if they buy back, they defended their racks, they are gonna lose in the long run because it's against PR.
Is under attack.
But it's still, you still have to defend your racks, right? I don't understand. Like, even though it's
Yeah, you want to be up a lane of Rex.
even though it's
not
even though
down
it's a bad situation to use your buybacks and you don't gain anything at this stage against a PR, but you still have to do it. You know, it's not like something that you don't like. If you do it, you lose the game right away.
5,000 gold. Scotty, he's basically got it. A little bit more.
I think you go Butterfly because they can't get MKBs now. Maybe Butterfly has a little bit more value.
I also think you get it because a lot of their burst damage comes from that chain stun, and now you're not really susceptible to it with the Black King bar.
So you actually like Butterfly more than the Scotty, right?
I like it more because he has the BKB. I don't think he needs the
stats from the Scotty as much.
At that point, the only thing that's killing him is physical damage, essentially, and the evasion's going to be huge.
Yeah, I think this game just overall, the early game mistakes that BP made were actually very, very crucial. Otherwise, they would have at least, you know, they could have just closed down the game a lot earlier with their... They made so many really big plays with the vacuum plus crush, or vacuum into ice blast. But it just was a lot that came down to the fact that the early game they made a lot of like dives that didn't pay off, and they gave away track kills that slowed down the push. You know, this push could have come a lot faster, maybe 10 minutes earlier, and Mineski would have had a lot of trouble defending against it.
Very long and deep smoke from Mineski. While on a reconnaissance mission, hunting for Virtus Pro.
Virtus Pro have only one chance left.
Might be the
they cannot lose the next fight. Once
gem on the bounty hunter, they won't keep them safe. They're gonna.
Do they have a gem on VP?
And the VP's turn.
Do they have a gem?
Indeed, they do. They're hunting towards mid.
Does VP have a gem? That's the question.
We have one. No, VP does not.
No.
There's 2 gems on Mineski now. They're gonna get the high ground position, but Ryo's revealed the Ice Vortex will bail them out. They led with the bounty hunter. He is their gem carrier, but generally you'll see the bat as the one who's able to make that committed jump.
He has the BKB completed, by the way, on the Bat Rider.
Cancel this. Now they pop the weave. They're gonna get vision. Track
Oh, this is bad. They have vision. Bat Rider's coming in.
Immediately. Batman wants something to eat. He did not BKB though, and Ryo's gonna get counterplayed for this. He will go down rather quickly. No, the grave. It's a good save. The quad bolt over the top. The PL army. They just start marching forward. Mineski hacking and slashing away, trying to find every last VP hero, run them down, and beat them into submission. Death by the spear is the call. Cuckoo 2 and looking for more. It's gonna be Phobos number 3. Purge not going anywhere. 4-step. You can't run from the monkey. Rat Monster King, Cat, whatever the hell he is. They're also hunting Illidan now, tracked up, also out of mana, likely to go down next. Indeed he will. Jesse Vest secures that. Lil Hardy on the run. Into the trees, no mana. Oh, hey, I guess that means another kill for Peel. Another track kill as well. 4 dead. Mineski are pulling it off against VP, though. The creeps are gonna slow this one down, Winter, but that was a 6,000.
That's more or less game already for VP. I don't think they can actually come back after that.
This PL is so fast.
They even had to spend the TA's buyback, so it's more or less for Mineski. If they secure the next rush, they can just close out the game. Yep, he's indeed going for the butterfly.
Even buying the pocket clarity so you can get back out on the map quicker. Love this efficiency from Cuckoo. A little advantage. Maybe get a mango while you're at it for good luck, you know? Breath smell nice. Girl, like this poor assassin. Some comforting after getting the crap beaten out of her this game. Never know. But all in all, Mineski, urge of mounting a... I don't know if you would call it a comeback, but another very resilient win.
It's not exactly like a comeback, you know, because they weren't really far behind because he made a lot of mistakes. BP should be a lot further ahead in the early game.
You actually already had the play. Still got 3k gold.
Scotty, I guess.
Doesn't matter.
I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't matter. But Scotty should be his next best choice.
The most logical. Other option, a lot of games.
Basher?
I actually think Abyssal Satanic can be good for late game PL, but obviously Satanic's no good against AA. So
yeah,
I could see Abyssal.
Basher. I think Basher could also be a good choice.
I don't know if he needs more survivability. I feel like you just want to get as many kills as possible while your magic immune. Yeah, I think I like the Abyssal better, to be honest.
Scotty is just like much more safer, you know. You could also put it in another way. As long as you don't die in team fights, you're gonna win. So Scotty helps out with that. I mean, it's just how you see the
But while you're
situation.
BKB'd, I'm just like, he's immortal to me. Unless they catch him with the Hex, but he's no illusions on his own.
I think if he's BKB, yeah, even if you amp him and you nether strike him, he might still not die.
Radiant's middle
Toying with
tower is
Illidan,
under
tracks
attack.
him, waves his ass at him, and then blinks away. Hey, over here! Come and get me! Odar, oh, he's angry. Not very adept at tracking down the bounty hunter.
Tower is under attack.
He will swing back, and it seems like Mineski are
Waiting for the next rush.
hurry.
They're waiting for the next rush, and VP has to contest the rush. If they allow Mineski to get it, it's just more or less game. There's no way they can come back into the game anymore. That's their last hope. 2.5 minutes it is before the Roshan responds. Do they have another smoke remaining? I think that would actually help their cause a lot if they have a do they have a smoke for this fight? 2 minutes. It's actually exactly around the same time the rush spawns.
And it's near the max time, so they're pretty much going to get the smoke and then just instantly pop the smoke and run at Roshan.
Yeah.
And Mineski are not the fastest Rosh lineup. PL, that is one of his weaknesses as a carry.
I think ideally for Mineski, the situation they want to get themselves in is to make sure all the lanes are pushed out before they go for the rush. So if the enemy is indeed smoking towards the rush, it will become obvious.
And the other thing they want to do is just make sure Ryo does not get caught. That's the...
He needs to pop his BKB first before he goes in. You can't really afford, like sometimes you want to go blink in and then BKB and lasso, but I think for safety purposes you always have to BKB against a Hex. You must.
First of all, it's a 10-second BKB.
Yeah, you must
Secondly,
BKB before you go in instead
even
of.
if it's only a 5-second, really matter. The lasso is only 4 seconds anyway, so you might as well pop it early.
You want to just pop it early rather than too late.
Yeah, he played a little greedy last fight, but I definitely think with the way it went, he's going to be more cautious about it.
There's no way it happens another time.
They catch him, but if he's the one going in, then you go. Does Mineski will? You mentioned push out the lanes, and in order to control Roshan, dewarding the entire map. That's also going to do the trick too. VP very much in the dark now. Creeps pushing.
Yeah, but they understand that they have to contest this Roshan. If they give it away, it's just game.
But having given away one to Mineski, I guess.
They have no vision now, so they are really scared.
Bimbo, it's kept this far about P. Got an assault caress a while ago. Never mention it. Worth mentioning. 2,800 gold now. Also,
Is under attack.
Mineski in an interesting position. Get exposed here, G, the man in front. Illusion gonna do a bit of scouting, and we'll see Illidan. Let's see, does Illidan immediately jump it? Alright, this time he's gonna be slightly more cautious. Bloodlust is dissipating.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
You kind of expect that right after what happened in the early game.
Well, I
like
expected
he,
after the first
he,
couple, but
he
he just looked like
practically.
he doubled down on
You
it.
remember he practically caused his team the fight when they just got the Aegis when he missed the stun.
Oh, they got him! Up on the high ground too, bash down! Oh,
My voice
that was pretty funny. They had it, they're like pummeling
Roshan.
up on the cliff
If they
again.
can actually,
Roshan will
if
just
they
do
can
that.
actually get the Roshan,
Radiant's
that would have been worth it.
tower has fallen.
Can't, right? They're not fast enough.
Actually,
Yeah, they can't. Mineski has to back off. This should be VP's Roshan.
Debating. They know that they've dewarded. They want to fight this. But they bought back on Quap. This is slightly risky. Illidan now backing off. PL's going to engage a very early and probably premature BKB. Not going to get anything.
This
Scare VP back. At the same time though, Ice Blast cooling down in 7.
no, this might be actually bad. This might actually be
think
bad
this
for
is good for
Mineski. Yeah, this might be bad if they get
No BKB.
hit by Ice Blast and the Slaughter gets a crush off. This might
The
be bad.
back wall in the pit, and Ice Blast not going to hit anyone. So with a whiffed Ice Blast, now the fight gets a little more reasonable. Jesse Bash will be quickly eviscerated. He's even going to buy back. Mineski are very much forcing this Roshan.
Yeah, because they themselves understand that if they get this Aegis, if they secure the Aegis, it's more or less
And now
they win the game.
this is 20 seconds with no Ice Blast. So at this point, I don't think VP can fight, but they may have no choice. They will get the Aegis. Quickly grabbed by the Raging Potato. Bimbo himself, he jumps in, waiting for the Queen of Potato, not gonna find it. There's the Yule Scepter trying to keep Illidan in position here. Ryo's still yet to lasso. Yule's goes off at long last of the PL down in the river, chasing, looking for supports. Bounty Hunter dead, that's a dieback. Now the Bat Rider's gonna go down without ever committing it. Can Cuckoo do it alone? He's gonna have to, perhaps, as they deal with the Aegis. And now start hunting towards the south, looking for Joel's. Dazzle gone now, 3 dead. That's a dieback as well. And the Bounty Hunter, a triple for Jeepa. Creeps are rampaging through the Radiant Phase. They say, screw it, let's rush. Let's go beat the potato to a pulp once more. It's worked thus far. We'll start this game or continue this game how it started, I should say, but no, the creeps will drag them back, as well as a buyback on the Dazzler.
At least,
So they hang onto a cheese, and the field is not up to
at least they got something though. They got they forced buybacks and they removed the Aegis as well.
Radiant's middle tower is under
And Bat Rider, he actually got juked by the Manta style. That was a really good dodge by like TA. That's why Manta is always a really good choice against Bat Rider or Doom, because you can actually buy so much time when they are blinking in trying to get the spell and casted on you.
Honestly, I thought Mineski would just slow roll it when the BKB got wasted by Cuckoo, but
Yeah, they were
they
forcing
really forced it.
they were forcing things too much, and they didn't need to, because they could have just waited for the bottom wave of creeps to just enter the base, and VP had to commit someone to defend the base.
And even, let's say, like, they give VP the Aegis, we saw how easily the Aegis is dealt with by Mineski.
Yeah, when they're defending high ground.
Exactly, and VP have to push with it, right? They're not.
Yeah, but they understand if they can actually get it scot-free, they're just gonna win the game from that.
Yeah.
So it's not
They rolled the dice.
it's not like they were making a move that doesn't have a reward.
Obviously, it's
Yeah.
not an idiotic move. Much riskier option.
Yeah, it's just they didn't have to take the risk.
Felt like it was high risk, medium reward. But here we go. Charge on the mid lane. Isolating. Cuckoo trying to control me. Will Doppelganger dodges out of the ice blast and now turns on Illidan to crush. Hanging on to it for now, and that's going to cost him as the lasso comes out, dragging him back. Get over here, Illidan. Yeah, take that. Some sweet revenge for Bimbo at long last. Cuckoo, though, commit a BKB. They still want to go in. They know he's got buyback. Slardar does not, unfortunately, though they don't realize it, perhaps. 70 seconds where he's out of the game, and this could end up costing VP immensely as they start to work and chip down the Spear Breaker. They'll finish him off almost. Not quite. Quaffle still on cooldown, but Cuckoo just keeps on rampaging forward for that death by 1,000 cut style of victory. Continues to chase, continues to dive, hounding VP back. The Ice Blast is going to come in and, well, God just did it again, or well, attempts to anyway. Actually still hit him. But it'll take down the Rex. A fresh weave applied. They keep on going. G busy fighting illusions while Cuckoo is taking the second lane of Rex for Mineski. Now they want to get out though. He's going to jump through the wall, continues to retreat. That Ice Blast still going for a bit longer, and he's dropping low to this. He's almost in shadow range to his own illusion. He will make it out though. They have a Grave available, but another strike chain stun. Jules down as well. That's 3 dead, 2 of whom do not have buyback. VP not out of this one just yet. They can maybe go for an all down mid type of play. Slardar coming back soon, checking buybacks. 3 for the Radiant, for the Dire, and they're going to fight more. Bimbo. Blinky now.
Oh,
They
he
really want to
popped-
chase him.
he-
This is time where they
He
could be
popped
going
his
down
cheese
mid.
as well.
They're hunting for the Raging Potato. God, they want him bad. He blinks away. Almost getting him with the Ice Blast. I think he may have lived anyway. Wasted time though, Winter. That lane ain't gonna push itself. Well, it will. It'll push itself the wrong way.
This is not good for VP, even though they want to fight, but they needed to actually get the lanes pushed out. They wasted a lot of time chasing down the Queen of Pain. They have to go top lane though. I guess top lane is their last choice. This is their only option. If they don't get the, if they don't get anything,
Ready.
if they don't get anything done, this is
Flip
just game.
available. VP forcing it. Oh, Ryo, he got Hex. Ryo's down. He's got to buy back 70 seconds. He's gonna have to commit it. Maybe wait until heroes respawn. Peel also is the buyback, but they're hanging on to it. Mineski trying to play this one close to the vest. Looks like they want to get the tracks out first. Greaves get deployed, but they've already lost the tower. This is about to be a 2-for-2 racks exchange around the map. Queen of Pain ultimate deployed just to try and clear out the illusion army.
And where's the Bat Rider?
Takes down the range racks. He's holding the buyback for days, for hours. It feels like an eternity, and finally he's going to commit it. T-Pain in. Has he waited just long enough? BKB's there. Quap arrives. They rush forward. Ryo with the lasso, dragging Illidan towards the rest of his team. Get in the middle of the fight. Let's scrum, Bubba. And now they hunt Illidan back the other direction. To the south, he retreats. Can he get out? No escape for the fish. It's going to be sushi for dinner. Perhaps DK Phobos as well. A little cone head in your life. That ought to suit Mineski just fine. One last poke. They'll bring down Phobos. 4 dead. And the creeps are pushing. But Winter, look the other way. 4 buybacks on VP. None on Mineski right now. In fact, all of those are not only unavailable, but they're on cooldown. This could be the fight to end all fights. A misplay here. The game's probably over, and it's on that note.
Dagon.
The ancient apparition of Lil decides to take matters into his own hands and purchases shiny Dagon 1. Could this be the item that turns the game? Game-winning laser.
I mean, you know the answer to
Tinker
that.
might be out of the
You
meta.
know the answer to that.
Lil's trying to bring it back. Alright, Mineski, the siege is yours. Will you commit?
I mean, if you want to play safe totally 100%, you just send illusions and PL will be the only one sieging. So in that way, you don't actually get caught by the vacuum crush, vacuum ice blast, whatever.
They are scared. They're gonna back down.
Wow, they're actually scared.
Now, bear in mind, they did force out 3 buybacks on 2 cores as well, including, most importantly, the TA. So, it's not like VP could have a lot of buffer here, but, I mean, we've seen VP. That doesn't stop them. And it's also worth mentioning Roshan be up very soon. Potentially long before most of these buybacks even become available. 1 here, and it's only game 1. You play a game like this, it's like, wait a second, the series isn't over yet? Normally game 2 is a total stomp. But, what do you make of this? Cuckoo getting a heart. No.
I'm not sure though. I think heart is actually not so useful even against AA if you get focus and you get hit by the ice blast. And usually you get heart when you're up against a lot of chip damage like flat cannon, slide of fist. Then you want a lot of regen during the siege to be able to always be at 100% health. Like he's dying to ice blast plus M damage, and if you get caught by the hex and the crush, so I'm not sure about how much the heart will actually help against that. But it does make your illusions much more stronger, but you can also do that with getting Scully. Yeah. And Scully provides you with much better overall stats.
Utility, stats.
I don't know, I think Scully's better. I just like Scully more in game.
The one, I mentioned Abyssal, I guess the one issue with that at this point is your BKB is only 5 seconds, so you are somewhat vulnerable.
Yeah, but if you look to go into ultra late game and you have Abyssal plus another item, like a refresher, obviously Abyssal will work better compared to the Scully.
You know why I like the Abyssal? It's because the fights are won just by a good Batrider initiation, and the Abyssal BKB during that initiation is enough to get at least 1, if not 2 more kills. And then the fight's won. So I think that's where, to me, the Abyssal is the most sensible pick. Heart's not a terrible item on PL by now.
Yeah, I guess so. And Abyssal would allow you to actually get solo.
Smokes. Who's to get the jump? Nobody does. Let's play a game of chicken, and everyone just runs the hell away. But then Illidan goes in. He gets the crush. There's the combo. Bam! Oh, that's gonna hurt.
Oh, Dagon!
The Dagon! The Dagon may win the game for VP because he's got no buyback for 100 seconds. They smack down.
Oh my God! What just happened?
And they're rushing.
What just happened?
It is the end of times.
They have no buyback on 3 heroes. They might just get thrown here.
The throne though. It's all up to Bimbo. This game began with a raging potato. Will it end with a dead one?
Oh my God! They might have just lost the game from that.
They thrown it here, right?
They just go for throne.
Going what? They don't have creeps yet.
They have to wait for the creeps, then go for the throne.
I think you just thrown it. They don't thrown it. There's still a chance the Mineski can come back. They realize there's no buybacks.
Can they actually get 3?
It's been a crazy game.
They might be able to get all the Rex actually.
They should get Megas. No PL or Batrider for.
Man, what just happened? Why did they actually do that move when they don't have buybacks? You just need to wait for your heroes to have buybacks, then go again.
I feel like that's the story of this game. Why did they just do that move? Oh, Bimbo! That's a good move. Wasting a lot of time. They're too busy hunting these kills, but they're gonna get him. Sorts out.
They still get the Rex.
This will be full Mega Creeps as Virtus Pro narrowly avoid another game of Virtus Throw and are gonna come back. Megas. They're closing in on it, Winter. But it's not over yet.
It's not over yet.
It's not over yet.
This game is not over yet. Right now they want to get a Vlad, I guess, on the BH. I think Jesse Wash will probably get the Vash. Sorry, not the Vlads to actually help. They can defend against Mega Creeps for time though with their heroes.
I have no idea who's gonna win this game. I really don't. Even with BP getting this Aegis and Cheese, most likely. It's all up in the air. Do they contest? Are they going for it? No, way too late. BP deployed, Aegis grabbed. Illidan will finally have a little insurance policy. So I went for that value armlet. I don't think we mentioned that, but that's.
That was like 20 minutes ago.
He hasn't got like any new items since then. He got it after the AC BKB.
It's kind of cheap and useful for the Slada.
Yeah, this is actually when Halberd gets really legit as well. Bees are all.
Oh, he's going Halberd. I think Vlad's is actually very good. I mean, Halberd is really good versus 30.
Super legit.
Yeah, but they need to push out the waves. Like you need Vlads when you got Mega Creeps.
Okay, more importantly.
If you're not pushing the waves, oh okay, sure, why not? 800 damage Dagon, Ice Vortex. GG. Then you actually get the E-Blade, you know?
He actually deleted the PL from the last fight. He ice blasted him, he zapped him.
Dude, like, come on, he was dead anyways.
Oh no.
Yeah, he was dead.
Eventually.
He was dead.
It's gonna take like 5 seconds longer to valuable time. They could be.
Come on, you could have gotten a Hex and done the same thing.
Yeah. But this is an easy build. help them then? They were on the brink, the precipice, Winter.
This is just helping him secure the kill. Kill secure.
Yeah. This is the same guy that just drops all his items. So do you really think he cares about his scoreline?
Nope.
Okay. Checkmate.
Checkmate.
And you thought you were the national chess champion.
I'm offering you
Lost now.
a truce. Withdraw.
Truce. Surrendered. That's what VP are about to try to make Mineski do. Give up. In.
Nah, they're not gonna give up until the throne goes down. I can assure you.
He may fight on, but VP. Lasso initiation to make it happen. Ryo jumping in, but the Manta was there. Never even got off the lasso. Down he goes, has to buy back the one hero who does. But they're charging in. Batrider hanging onto it. Get your ass back in the game, buddy. They're going to need you real soon. Jules gets at the spacer, brings him down. Cuckoo, though, has been able to stay back this entire fight. Still has his BKB and might be able to turn it now. Patiently waiting on the side of the fight. The Queen of Panel, it's okay. They get the Spirit Breaker. Following up into Lil as well. Now he's tracked. He could end up going down. Not that gold particularly matters here. Good back crush combo. It's going to be up to the PL. But there's a lot of damage coming up. They just need to find the real one. Cuckoo, he's scared. He runs. He abandons his Jesse Vesh while the throne is in grave danger. And now, Winter, now 2v4 with buyback on the cow. 5v2. And the monkey cat rat get it done. They're gonna try with the lasso. They lead onto G. They will be able to bring him down once it looks like. I believe G does have the buyback even if he falls. Yes, immediately pops it. Everybody and their mother is getting back into this game. And more importantly, the creeps swarm in. They need some AoE, some cleave, something to deal with this massive army smacking at their buildings. It's PL Illusions versus the world. And the Illusions are really struggling now. Surrounded by just wave after wave of creeps. The ultimate game of tower defense ends as VP snatch victory from the draws of defeat. We'll take game one. By God, they made it look as hard as humanly possible.
They had the better strategy overall, but they shouldn't have won this game. They really shouldn't have won this game.
The way this game was played, if the other teams are playing their A game, they're not going to go very far in this tournament. They need to step it up.
Yeah, I think especially when you're playing against BH, against Bounty Hunter, you get punished so badly when you make a mistake. Oh my god, what's going on down there?
Vlad is doing Vlad things.